Peace, fam. Hi, I'm Uju. I hope everybody is doing well today. I hope everyone is enjoying their week thus far. So I wanted to share some thoughts that I've been chewing on about how we as women can transition from a life of chronic overwhelm and anxiety into a life that we deserve, a life that we enjoy, a life that leaves enough space for us to be us and to tap into our divine feminine essence without giving up any of the prosperity, any of the stability, any of the solid foundations that we built. So today I want to talk about the importance of accountability and strategy in building our soft life. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. I shared in my last video, I am healing from a cycle of chronic overwhelm and anxiety, and I'm pretty much at a point in my life where I'm never going back. So I'm team soft life all day. Okay, I don't believe in the necessity of struggle for us to be successful. It is just not. It's not our truth. It's something that we've been programmed to believe, that we have to work hard in order to be successful, and we really don't. The key is really just to work strategically, consistently, and to be accountable for the quality of our work. Okay, and also practicing intentionality with how we offer ourselves and how we show up in this world. Okay, so as women, we are constantly holding space for something or someone outside of ourselves, whether it is our children, our spouses, our friends, our family members, our job, our home, our this, that. We are constantly holding space for others. And many times we find that there is not enough space for ourselves and the things that ignite us and bring us joy. Now, the kicker is there are 24 hours in every day, so to speak. Okay, everyone experiences the same rotation around the sun every day. Okay, so we all wake up to the same potential of time, unless it's our time to transition. We all have the same time potential every day. The key is to be strategic with our time, and not just our time, but strategic with our attention and our energy. We have to learn to be intentional. Okay, so I think the key is to understand that a soft life is a life that we enjoy, that provides us enough space to just be and to relax, to rest, where we're not chronically running on autopilot. It's a life that has enough space for all that we are and all that we desire, okay? And the key here is enough space. So with that being said, a part of building our soft life means weeding through the attention vampires, the energy vampires, the time vampires that we've been entertaining that we don't necessarily need. Okay, there are some things that we indulge in on a regular basis that take up space in our lives and leave less space for the things that feed us and nurture us and bring life to us, and that has us feeling overwhelmed, feeling overworked, feeling anxious and depressed. We call the shots. We decide how our time, our attention, our energy are spent. Okay, and the key here is to decide what deserves our time, like what actually requires our precious resources. And by precious resources, I mean time, energy, attention, and space. Okay, now once we take an assessment, we will find that we spend our time on a lot of things that we don't need, that actually don't add up to us. To us living the life that we desire. They might offer temporary relief, But in the grand scheme of things, they do not get us closer to our goal of building a life that we love. Okay? One of those things, social media, we don't need it. Pointless conversations with people that we engage in throughout the day, we don't need it. Just wasting time, lollygagging. Sometimes I find that, I'll tell myself, oh, I'm just so overwhelmed. I just need to rest. I need to mentally rest. And then I just start thinking about stuff, just kind of sit there. Next thing you know, 15 minutes has passed. I have nothing to show for those 15 minutes. Things like that we don't necessarily need. Yes, we need rest, okay? But I think the key is to be intentional with these things. So if we're going to create space for rest, then it means that we are intentional with what that space will bring us, will give us, what that rest will do for us. It's not just, throwing your hands up and just stopping everything and then, just being idle. I think we just have to be mindful of that. And also the accountability piece, because creating a soft life and letting go of the unnecessary things in our lives, it requires a level of truth and a level of honesty with self. We have to be accountable for what we are allowing to rotate in our lives. In the cycle, in the day-to-day cycle that we're experiencing, we have to take accountability for what we're allowing to rotate. Okay, and sometimes we feel that we don't have control, but we actually do have control, and we have to start to believe that we have control, because creating a soft life is really exercising complete control. It's not relinquishing control. It's not giving up your responsibilities and just being and just living. No, it's actually taking complete control and creating a space for everything in our lives to exist harmoniously. Because, even with going into my studies of yoga, they talk about dukkha, which means difficulty. It's a difficult space. And essentially, we experience struggle when we feel like our space has been encumbered, when we feel like there's not enough space for what it is that we're wanting or trying to do or what we're intending, then we feel that strain, we feel struggle, okay? So even in finances, we experience financial struggle when we feel like our finances don't have enough space for what it is that we want to buy. When we feel like our time doesn't offer enough space, our schedule doesn't have enough space for us to just be. We're constantly doing something. And so in creating space for our soft life, there's a level of accountability that we have to take for what we allow, because once we believe that we control what's rotating, we can exercise that control and decide what stays and decide what goes. We can decide what feeds us and what is necessary and what is just draining us of resources that we already, there's already a feeling of scarcity amongst anyway, okay? And also consistency, because in order for us to create a soft life, it builds from a soft lifestyle, okay? And that is how we live on a daily basis. That's not just what we do on, certain days when we wake up in a good mood and we're going to make space and do this. No, it's a lifestyle, okay? Because in order for us to truly heal and to truly transition from a space of overwhelm and autopilot, and to also release the programming and the triggers that come with that, we need to completely change our daily rituals. We need to completely change our daily decisions, our daily habits into something that supports the soft life that we're building, okay? And that takes a level of strategy and accountability. Again, life still goes on. Those children still need to be fed. That job still needs to be worked, or the money still needs to be earned so that we can sustain our physical survival. You know what I mean? Like, our mind still needs to be fed. Our spouses still need quality time. The responsibilities that we pour into, they're not going anywhere. and we can't necessarily put them on to another person. The key is to be strategic in how we approach them. And so, and before we just jump right in, because see, the cycle of autopilot is just go, 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 go. It's very rare in that cycle where you can just step back and think and plan and strategize. Okay, so we really have to learn to strategize our life. And that means before we approach, we plan the approach, and we designate the space in which that item, that activity, that person, that whatever, that action will be in. And that becomes non-negotiable. We designate the space for that. Now, as we start to organize our lives, and we start to put the different components in the spaces that we've delegated, it might be, or that we've designated, it might seem a little chaotic, or it might seem uncomfortable at first, because we are going against the grain that we've been going on for so long without even thinking about it. So what we have to understand is when we're moving automatically without even thinking about it, it becomes ingrained in our subconscious tendencies, and those are very, very hard to change. But once we change them, then it's very easy to build on them in a positive way. And so, once we decide on the life that we want, it is our responsibility to make space for the different components of that life. And what that means is eliminating things that we don't need and reorganizing the things that we do, so that everything that builds the soft, prosperous, enjoyable life that we're creating for ourselves can fit in harmony, and we don't experience the struggle of dukkha, or the struggle of a difficult space. We don't experience the struggle of overwhelm, or feeling like we don't have enough, the struggle of scarcity. We can release that. So I just wanted to share that, and I hope that spoke to somebody today, and hopefully we can take that and apply that as we build and manifest the life that we deserve, a life that leaves space that for all that we are, all that we will be, and all that we desire. So yes, take that and run with it, fam. Take it to the bank. Thank you for watching, and have a beautiful week.